Kwe, Jalasi, hello and welcome. Thank you all for being here today with us to commemorate this special occasion. Ninda Luisi Julie Pellisier Lush. My name is Julie Pellisier Lush. I am a proud Mi'kmaq woman of Abagwit and a member of Lennox Island First Nation. I would like to extend a warm welcome to the Honorable Rob Lance, Premier of Prince Edward Island, Chief Tabitha Bernard of Lennox Island First Nation, and Captain Elder Jimmy Bernard, and all of our distinguished guests here today. Together, we acknowledge that the land upon which we gather is unceded Mi'kmaq territory. Abagwit, Prince Edward Island, is covered by the historic treaties of peace and friendship. I am humbled to be your master of ceremonies today as we come together to celebrate Treaty Day, following our reflections yesterday on truth and reconciliation for all islanders. Today is significant as we mark the 6th year of Treaty Day being officially recognized on Abagwit. Our ceremony will begin with a prayer from Captain James Bernard to start us off in a good way. Chief Tabitha Bernard will then share her remarks, followed by remarks from Premier Rob Lance. After the speeches, there will be a ceremonial gift exchange between our leadership and the Premier, reflecting the traditions of our ancestors at the signing of the peace and friendship treaties. Following this, we will proceed to raise the Mi'kmaq Grand Council flag to honor Treaty Day, accompanied by a performance from the Lone Cry Drummers of Abagwit First Nation, whose drumming will continue after the flag is raised for everyone to enjoy. Finally, we will close the ceremony with a short prayer and brief remarks, after which our representatives will be available to the media. I would now like to invite Captain Jimmy Bernard to come and smudge our group as a sign to offer an opening prayer. And as he smudges, I will play a prayer that he recorded not that long ago and allow us to hear his words of wisdom spoken in his own language.
Dungeon Master Jeptic Television, Megatam and Master Delta, and Jeptic in the movie, and well, a numerous, latest, and Nadia was so a kick, Taliskidaski Jeptic, the knee, Talisatchlet, Magamikik, I make Talamud Nigil, Isamiagal, option against Kisku, Talamud Gutch, Begging the Moon, no, Taliabit Sek, Dop Jitch. Waggai when a mid of a neeg, el gilness come, Taliabit sick to win, Elaway will yak Mulgaman, Madge, Wincidel, Moo, Gasalan, guess no uncle, Winjical, go with, to get out of it, not Tiliach.
Willalan. Thank you so much, Captain Bernard, for grounding us and sharing our Treaty Day ceremony with us in a positive and meaningful way. It is now my honor to now invite Chief Tabitha Bernard to share her remarks. Chief Bernard has long been a champion for Mi'kmaq rights, culture, self-determination, and today she will speak about the significance of Treaty Day and what it means for our communities and for all islanders.
Well, Alan, thank you, Julie, for your beautiful opening words, and Captain Bernard for your powerful smudge. Kwe ak Welyeksipug. Hello and good morning, elders, Honorable Premier, Lieutenant Governor, distinguished guests, friends, and community members. It is with deep honor to stand before you today as Chief of Lennox Island First Nation on this Treaty Day. This is my first time addressing you on this important occasion in this role, and I do so with a heart full of gratitude and humility. I want to begin by thanking my community for entrusting me with this responsibility, for placing your confidence in my leadership, and for reminding me every day of the strength, resilience, and wisdom that comes from our people. I also want to thank all of you here today, friends, allies, and community members, for the encouragement and warm support I have received as I take on this role. It gives me strength to know that we walked this path together. I also want to acknowledge former Chief Darlene Bernard, who stood here last year and whose years of leadership and dedication have left a strong foundation for us to build upon. Yesterday, we reflected on the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, honoring survivors and remembering the children lost to residential schools. Those truths must always remain with us as we walk this road together. Today, on Treaty Day, we celebrate the peace and friendship treaties, living agreements that remind us of who we are and how we are meant to live in relationship with one another. These treaties, beginning in 1752 and including the 1752 treaty we commemorate today, were never about the Mi'kmaq giving up our lands or our rights. They were about coexistence, respect, and partnership. This year holds special meaning as it marks the 300th anniversary of the 1725 Peace and Friendship Treaty, the very first of these agreements. The Mi'kmaq were known as fierce and skilled warriors, and throughout history, our people defended our lands and our way of life with courage and determination. Both British recognized the strength. They knew they could not succeed through force alone. They needed peace with the Mi'kmaq in order to end hostilities, to secure trade, and to expand their settlements in these lands. The peace and friendship treaties were the answer. These agreements were not about surrender. They were not about giving up our lands or our rights. They were about coexistence, about creating the conditions for both peoples to live side by side. And it was through these treaties that the groundwork was laid for the expansion of the British presence in this region, which in turn led to the formation of what we know as Canada. In many ways, Canada exists today because of these treaties. To stand here 3 centuries later as we continue to honor and uphold these agreements is a powerful, powerful reminder of both the resilience of our people and the importance of renewing our commitments to one another. We must also acknowledge a more recent milestone. In 2019, the provincial government proclaimed October 1st as Treaty Day, recognizing the significance of these agreements and their ongoing relevance. This was a huge step forward and an important piece of reconciliation. We commend the government for taking this meaningful action and for honoring the relationship between the Mi'kmaq and all islanders. Our ancestors honored and carried these treaties through the generations, even in times when government chose not to honor them. Because of their resilience and hard work of so many leaders, these treaties are recognized today, not as relics of the past, but as the foundation of our present and future. For me, Treaty Day is both a reminder and a challenge. It is a reminder that we all are treaty people, that these agreements were made by both the Mi'kmaq and the Crown. And it is a challenge for each of us to ask, how are we living up to those promises today? That means of working together on the real issues that impact our people every day. Safe housing, health care, education, jobs, and protecting the lands and waters that sustain us. It also means lifting up Mi'kmaq culture, language, and traditions so that future generations can carry them proudly. In that same spirit of celebrating and sharing our culture, it is especially meaningful this year, on the 300th anniversary of the first Peace and Friendship Treaty, that we have a special announcement from the Premier. This announcement honors Abeguet's Mi'kmaq cultural heritage in a way that both the Mi'kmaq and Islanders can be proud to display as a symbol of respect, allyship, and our shared history. As Chief, I look forward to building upon the good work already done and to forging new paths ahead. Reconciliation is not an easy journey, but it is a necessary one, and it is a journey we must take together. On this Treaty Day, let us honor the strength of those who have come before us, and let us renew our commitment to each other. Let us walk forward together in peace and friendship, and not only in words, but in actions that will shape a better future for all Abeguetnois. I invite you to continue this day of celebration and reflection by joining us at a Treaty Day Mawiomi this afternoon at the Eastling Center, 1 to 5 p.m. It is a chance to come together in unity, in learning, and also in friendship. Well, all yoke, merci. Thank you all. Sitnogama, all my relations.
Well, Alan, thank you, Chief Bernard, for your inspiring words. Your reflections remind us that Treaty Day is about more than ceremony. It is about understanding, building relationships, and walking together in partnership with respect for Mi'kmaq history and traditions. I would now like to invite Premier Rob Lance to come forward and offer his remarks on behalf of the Government of Prince Edward Island.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Captain Bernard and Chief Bernard. And Quay, good morning, everyone. Thank you for sticking this out with us here today. I want to begin by acknowledging Captain Jimmy Bernard and Chief Tabitha Bernard and all who gathered here today. I also want to acknowledge that the land we're on is the ancestral land of the Mi'kmaq. We recognize the Mi'kmaq as the indigenous people of Prince Edward Island, and we honor and respect their deep connection to this place. Treaty Day is a time to celebrate the ongoing relationship between the Mi'kmaq and all islanders. It's also a time to reaffirm our province's commitment to reconciliation. As minister responsible for Indigenous relations, I'm committed to ensuring government continues to work with Indigenous communities and organizations in ways that are meaningful and lasting. We've already made progress together, and I believe it's important to recognize all of that work. Our government has made investments to support the well-being of Mi'kmaq communities, and we'll continue to build on that foundation. Today also marks the start of Mi'kmaq History Month. Throughout October, Islanders will have opportunities to learn more about Mi'kmaq history, culture, and language through lunch and learn sessions for public servants and through Kairos blanket exercises at the Lennox Island Mi'kmaq Culture Center. I encourage all Islanders to take time this month to listen, to learn, and to reflect on the peace and friendship treaties we celebrate here today. By deepening our understanding of the island's past and present, we strengthen our path forward. And I look forward to continuing our shared journey of reconciliation and to working together with the Mi'kmaq PEI to achieve our common goals. Thank you, will all of you.
Well, Alan, thank you, Premier Lance, for your words. We will now move to the ceremonial gift exchange, honoring the practices of our ancestors and symbolizing mutual respect and friendship between the Mi'kmaq leadership and the province. I can go and get it.
I think we go here. Do we go here, Joe? So, okay. So do we go over here or over at the table?
Come on up here.
Yeah, let's go to the table.
We are now going to hear an exciting announcement that is going to be delivered by our Premier.
And now, before we raise the Grand Council flag, I'd like to share a commemorative unveiling with you as part of these Treaty Day celebrations. Our government has been collaborating with the PEI Mi'kmaq to recognize their valuable contributions to our province. In recognition of those contributions, we are pleased to unveil a specialty license plate with a Mi'kmaq design for passenger vehicles in Prince Edward Island. Yeah. So the plate features the symbol that means Elnu, the people, in Mi'kmaq. The symbol is a hieroglyph originating in ancient Mi'kma'ki, and the curves represent the cycle of life. And I'd like to invite Chief Tabitha to the front to unveil the plate with me.
Oh, jump. Are you okay?
Yeah, we're making a mess here anyway, so.
Let's enjoy it.
I would now like to invite Premier Rob Lance and Chief Tabitha Bernard to proceed to the flagpoles to raise the Mi'kmaq Grand Council flag together. Feel free to take photographs as the Lone Cry drummers honor us with their song. This flag represents our culture, our history, and the enduring importance of the peace and friendship treaties in guiding our relationship today. Thank you so much, Lone Cry. Now, on behalf of Captain Jimmy Bernard, I'd just like to say a quick closing prayer for our beautiful day here together. Jigaway Niskim, come to us, Creator. Creator, I ask that you be with us here today to allow our eyes to continue to see the things we need to see, to allow our ears to hear the things that we need to hear, to allow our mouth to say those things that we need to say that are so important, to allow our mind to think good thoughts most of the day, and to allow our heart to know that each and every one of us is loved. Walalan Niskim. Now, Wulaliag, thank you all so much for joining and participating in our Treaty Day ceremonies today. Our representatives are now available for media questions. We also invite everyone to attend the Treaty Day Mawiomi at the East Link Center in Charlottetown from 1 to 5. Wulaliag, thank you so much, everyone, for being a part of today.